Welcome everybody here in North Metro TV. It's girls basketball. It's the Centennial Cougars taking on the Osseo Orioles, and this is for the big game right here with Casey Johnson. And Casey, welcome.
Thank you very much, Jeff. I appreciate a chance to be on the air with you tonight.
Hey, you know what? We got a big game, and because like I said, it's the big beans right here, because if Centennial wins, they are the conference champions. If they tie, or if they win, then they're tied. Here's the Northwest Suburban standings. Centennial right there on top. 16-3, 20-5 over Osseo Orioles, 15-4. There it is right there, 17-8. But now, Osseo did beat Centennial earlier.
Yeah, and Coach Amundsen told us before the game that Osseo ended Centennial's season last year, so it'd feel pretty good to win this game here tonight and beat Osseo and kind of get a little revenge and win the conference championship outright.
No doubt about it. You know, the thing of this is, look for Jenny Morton. There she is right there. She is 17.8 points, rebounds 4.4, and assists 3.6. She is the big deal right here, and she can put it in quickly.
Yeah, Coach Reeser told us before the game that her and Phyllis Webb are kind of the two key drivers of this offense. They really like to run, get up and down the court, and Janae Morton is a key factor in that.
And Rosie has a chance to talk to Coach John Reiser.
We have all been looking forward to this game tonight. What will be your plan of attack against a team like Centennial?
Well, we do really feel like Osseo, we need to go and play Osseo basketball, which starts with defense. We control the defensive end and help that dictate what our offense is. But we know it's going to be a tough game. You know, we look forward to it.
Sure, and we know your team is quick. You have some track players out there. Are you going to utilize your speed?
We always try to. You know, we feel like that our transition game is one of the stronger things that we do as a team. So we'll work on that and try to take care of the basketball.
Why is this such a big game tonight? What is the meaning of this game? I know you guys have a long history, last year especially. What does it mean to play them?
Well, it just seems like over the years that I've been at Osseo, things keep coming down to whatever the reason is. The Northwest Suburban Conference schedule, we always are playing Centennial the last game of the year, and most times it's for some kind of a meaning, whether it's for a conference title or something, or to share a title or whatever. It just seems like it's come down to that, and then because we're in the same section, we tend to, we go up against them in important games. So it's always a good battle, and it's fun. The kids really look forward to it.
Right. Do you look forward to it, especially as a coach?
Yeah, you kind of relish these kinds of situations. It's fun to go in and play a meaningful game at this time of the year, getting ready for the playoffs. And it's always fun to go up against a really well-coached team and see how you match up.
All right, well, good luck tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosie. And you know what, Casey? It is very, very important. Centennial wants to win it all, but Osseo would like to, have share of it.
Absolutely. I mean, it means a lot to the kids. You never know what's going to shake out in the section tournament, the state tournament. So this would be a pretty a nice thing to hang your hat on, a share of the conference title or winning it outright.
Paige Watashik, right there, Watashik, I'm sorry. And she is the big game right here. She's got 13.9 points per game. And, Watashik, she's a senior now, and wow, she can still put it in real quickly.
Yeah, earlier this season against Hopkins, she had a game where she was 9 of 11 from three-point land and had 29 points, so clearly capable of filling it up. And she's a Northern State recruit, so she's going to go play some college basketball after this.
All right. And Rosie had a chance to talk to Greg Amundsen.
Hi, Coach. Big game tonight. What will a win mean to you?
Well, we have probably the toughest conference in the state, and year in and year out, it's very tough conference. So conference championship would be, a feather in our hat, but we're looking down the road. We want to get into regionals with the win and stay positive the whole time.
Besides getting to regionals, how are you looking to finish your season?
Well, you always want to be on a win streak. We haven't got beat at home yet this year, so I have all the kids write down their goals and objectives, and one of the things they want to do is go undefeated at home and be conference champs. So we get 2 of those goals done tonight. And you know, we're going to play hard and see what happens. If Osseo's better tonight, then so be it. But our kids are going to step in and play.
Sure. Well, Osseo tonight, they have a lot of speed. How are you looking to match it?
Well, number one, we have to get back on defense, and we have to get back very quickly. They have 3 sprinters on their team, and you know, but it's going to take 5 to beat us tonight. So hopefully our kids know we've drilled them enough in practice and getting back. So hopefully they you know, take heart to what we've been preaching in practice.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and good luck tonight.
Thank you very much. Thanks for covering.
So it's right there. There's the coach. He tells you, you know, this is what we're going to do is win the conference, and now they're going to. So it's a big game coming up right here.
Yeah, it's exciting, and like you said, they have a chance to meet 2 objectives here tonight, have a chance to go unbeaten at home for the season, and a chance to win the conference championship, and it's parent night, so big night here for Centennial.
Yeah, you know what, and senior time, and you know, I'm excited because there's Wateshik right there. You know, she can get it. You know, like I said, and she can score, and it's a big game. Now I'm going to ask you, Casey. Are you going to tell me who's going to win?
Well, I wouldn't dare venture a guess, but I know it'll be a close game. Both these teams are obviously, you know, right there at the top of the conference. Osseo got the better of Centennial the first time around, but Centennial's at home here.
Yeah. So there it is. It's Coach Amundsen and Coach Reiser. It's the Centennial Cougars against the Osseo Orioles. It's coming up right here on North Metro TV. Stick around.
Known for its vineyards and hilltop villages, Umbria is also known for its delicious tasting pizza. Made traditionally from the finest ingredients, Umbria Pizzeria will make you taste the difference, smell the love, and transport you to Italy.
La cena è pronta. Dinner's ready.
You might even begin to feel like an Italian.
Delicioso.
Umbria Pizzeria, turning taste into memories.
If you need seamless gutters, whether the job is large or small, you can say,
I know a guy!
For your full-service landscaping, you can say,
I know a guy!
If you need commercial or residential lawn care, you can say,
I know a guy! I'm Charlie Walker, and if you need professional seamless gutters, landscaping, and lawn care, you can say, I know a guy!
In the nation, our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.
In Anoka County, contact Twin Cities Insurance Group, your nationwide insurance agent.
With gold at all-time high, take that rope and say bye-bye. Earrings, bracelets, rings, and chains. We buy gold at your exchange. Don't send your gold to someone strange. We buy gold at your exchange. Spring Lake Park, Frilly Blade. We buy gold at your exchange.
Join Ben Hale every Friday on North Metro TV News.
So we're about ready to go for the Oilers and the Osseo Orioles and the Cougars, and it's not Christmas. It's for Parents' Day, and everybody are coming down and getting the coaches and. I gotta say, it's Coach Reiser, right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yep.
But you know, I get so excited every time you see these teams coming. But this time it's for the conference. And this is unreal.
Yeah, it's about as big as it can get. You know, we're talking about the last game of the season with pretty much, everything on the line. Both teams will have postseason life, but it's a big game for both teams.
Yeah, and it's like you get excited because it's conference and it means a whole lot.
Yep.
And some of the football players are down there also. Coach Diggins, he's around here somewhere. But no, it's going to be a big game, and I think that, last time that they played, it was, Osseo beat them 67-47, so that's 30 points. So, but that was fine. However, Hopkins was beaten by Centennial, which I think was one of the best games I've ever seen.
Yeah, and that Centennial win over Hopkins came just 2 days before the loss at Osseo, so maybe they were running on empty tanks there against Osseo. And in the first half, they stuck close. It was 28-26. In the second half, Osseo just blew the hinges off the door.
I'm looking at the Class 4A rankings. Hopkins number 1, 21-1, and Centennial beat them. And it was Eastview, Roseville, Edina. Number 6 was Minnetonka, St. Paul Central, St. Michael, Albertville, and Centennial at 18-5. And then there's Lakeville right there. We'll see it right there, Lake Ball North on the top 10 rankings. So, it's Centennial has been up, and then went down for a couple of games, and it's going to be unreal. I'm going to say that Centennial is going to win.
Okay. You got confidence in them.
I'm saying Centennial will win by 4. Close enough. Right?
Definitely a close game. Yeah, the key for Centennial is definitely going to be trying to stop the three-headed monster over there in Osseo. Yeah. They have 3 players that combine for around 44 points a game.
Yeah, exactly. There's the Cougars schedule at Andover. You see 1-2. They had Coon Rapids, and they beat Armstrong. They got beat by Minnetonka 62-60, and Maple Grove was winning 61-55. So 2 losses right there. Champlin Park, I think that game was 62-57. That was a little bit tough because I thought that they just weren't ready against for Champlin Park.
Yeah, and the other thing, when you looked at their schedule there, their scores, very close games, all of them. Here's Osseo's.
Yeah, that game there at Blaine and all the way through beating Maple Grove, beating Wyzetta 63-53, and they lost to Champlin Park 58-51. So it's different because now it really happens because it's the last game of the season, all right, and it's the region, and it's. These 2 teams will probably have to see each other again in the regions.
Yeah, most likely. And the other thing, too, that stands out when you look at Osseo's results there in their games, aside from that Champlin Park loss, they won every one of those games that we just showed by double digits. So definitely playing pretty hot right now.
So it'll be it's going to be fun now because now it's time to get going. So we're just about set to go for the first half, or first game, actually, of the conference champion. There's Coach Reeser, head coach. I said Reiser, but now it's Reeser. But he's the guy that he's gonna have to try to stop Centennial, really.
Yeah, definitely. He's been tasked tonight with trying to beat Centennial for the first time at home, get his team a share of the conference championship. And like you say, with Morton and Phyllis Webb and Io Port, Osseo's got 3 dynamic players. So it should definitely be a great game.
No doubt about it. And we're just about set, going to have the national anthem and a few little chances getting some warming a little bit more. But wow, it's exciting though. It really is, no doubt. Yeah. But our game is about ready to go here as the coaches are talking in and getting ready to go. Yeah, there it is. So we're going to go for the starters. Phyllis Webb will watch the starters. And first we're going to have the national anthem. And we'll be right back right after this, North Metro TV.
Check it out. Oh, that is magnificent.
Here comes the big one, Elizabeth.
I love it so much. I'm feeling a little guilty on account of me being married. There are 8 wonders in the world.
I can't believe it.
Pinch me. I think I'm dreaming.
Okay.
No, it's real.
Ooh, yes.
My name is...
Good job for the national anthem. And Casey, it's all time now. All the stuff is done. It's time to get things going as we're live here from Centennial High School between the Osseo Orioles taking on the Cougars from Centennial. We'll go to the announcer for the starters. Well, there we are ready to go, and the Cougars, Osseo, Centennial in their red and white, and the Osseo's in white with orange. Here's the Osseo starters.
For Osseo, number 45, Io Port, the junior forward. 21, Phyllis Webb, also a forward, and Belinda Barfnett, also a forward. The 2 guards, number 11, Maddie Malone, and the senior and star player, number 13, Janae Morton.
For the Centennial Cougars, Paige Wojtaszek and Jill Conrad. Katie Worth, Destiny Morris, and Deja Morris. So we're ready to go.
The key players to watch, as we've highlighted, for Osseo, number 45, Io Port, 21, Phyllis Webb, and 13, Janae Morton, who averaged combined around 44 points a game for Osseo. For Centennial, key player Paige Wojtaszek, her at 14 points a game.
So here we go with the play-by-play. Casey, take it away, bud.
And we're underway here at Osseo wins the tip. Centennial comes out in a zone defense here. Looks like a little 2-3 hybrid. Oh, push. Close call. They got Conrad underneath on the push there, Jeff.
That was close right there. Conrad was first foul there.
Yeah, and Centennial's thinking they have a turnover and maybe going the other way, and instead they got a foul. Webb, no good. Tracks down her own rebound, though. Port finds Phyllis Webb underneath. Gorgeous look. Split the zone.
Nice basket there by Phyllis Webb.
Osseo will come out man-to-man. Deja Morris can't hit on the pull-up. Osseo looks to speed back the other way. And move the ball around the perimeter. Maddie Malone with it. Morton calls out the play. Kind of surveying the defense. And she steps out of bounds. Phyllis Webb turns it over.
That was close. That was right here. That was close.
Right on the line. Good defensive pressure by Katie Worth.
Have a look at it right there. See where she stepped. Yep, exactly. Twice.
Morris with the ball on the wing. The Morris twins, number 22, Destiny, 23, Deja Morris. Coach Amundsen told us before the game they're both going to West Point next year. Centennial looks to move the ball around and try to get a good shot here on their second offensive possession. Now we got to push the other way. Osseo as Deja Morris drives baseline.
Yeah, that's a good foul there, but
that's the first on Barfnick. Shot up, no good. Osseo with it, Janae Morton out and running. Bounce pass, too low. Phyllis Webb can't handle it.
Yeah, you know, they talked about Reeser, that they got a lot of speed on the team, Osseo, but a little bit too much that time.
Yeah, Coach Reeser told us that Morton and Phyllis Webb, as well as Io Port, all speedsters on the track team as well. Great athletes on this Osseo squad. Morton jumps in front of a pass, but cannot save it.
That was tough right there. Osseo with good defense now.
Little hand fighting already between Wojtaszek and Morton. Osseo is going to continue to apply some pretty strong defensive pressure. Phyllis Webb's on Destiny Morris. Ooh, almost a carry. Morris, step back J. Too strong. Wojtaszek underneath, gets it, puts it in.
Wojtaszek with a nice basket right there. It's tied up 2-2.
Good offensive board there by Wojtaszek, and then a great finish underneath. Oh, great pass underneath the court. Morton threads the needle. Great pass there, Jeff.
Real good. That was nice.
Osseo playing strong half-court defense, no press yet. We got a foul call. Going to be a hold on Port, it looks like.
Yeah. That's her first.
3 fouls here already in less than 3 minutes, so looks like these squads are going to play a little bit physical tonight. And JC Girding is into the game now as well. She replaces Destiny Morris for the Cougars. Centennial gets it to Morris underneath, and she finishes without glass. Nice back cut by Morris to get open underneath. Port seals deep, can't finish with the left hand, and now she's got it over the back call. And her second foul early on.
That's her second foul right away with 14:48 left in the first half. A little less than 3.5 minutes. She'll go down and, wow, that's tough right there.
Yeah, it's a shame. She misses the easy one underneath and then kind of trying to do too much, trying to get the ball back. Gets called for the over-the-back foul. And that's huge for Osseo as Port averages about 10 points and 7 rebounds a game, so they're losing a lot with her on the bench. Scramble there, maybe a travel.
Yeah.
A little out of control there.
Yeah, you know what, she got it right on. Got it out of balance and then couldn't control with the ball.
Morton for 3. Long. Board goes to Girding, but she, throws it away. Morton, quick hands, getting fouled, puts it up. What are they going to call? Is it no underneath? Not on the shot.
No.
Probably a good call there.
Yeah. QB Worth was right there. Look at it. Oh.
And, you know, out of an athlete like Morton, you can expect those kind of wily, athletic plays there. You know, she kind of just pretended like she was lying in the weeds and then jumped in front of that pass.
Absolutely.
Nice 15-foot look. It won't go for number 20, Katera Etheridge, who checked into the game for Osseo. Wojtaszek, hesitation, can't finish, strong. And Osseo the other way. Morton loses the handle. Good defense by Centennial. And Wojtaszek knocks it away from Maddie Malone. A little bit hectic pace here so far.
Wojtaszek gonna slow it down a little bit. Oh,
Morton with her second steal. She's looking to do something with it, finds Maddie Malone. 12-footer Belinda Barknick won't drop. Now it's out of bounds. Phyllis Webb crashing the boards there.
Well, both of the teams not shooting very well. And, you know, it's only 4-4, but wow.
Yeah, early on it's a little bit sloppy for both teams, but I think, you know, would you attribute that to maybe there being a little bit of nerves, or you just think these two teams are just so good?
Yeah, I think a little bit of both, but you know, both of these teams are, you know, have a look at it right there. They're gonna right there. Yeah.
Phyllis Webb stepping on the line if she tried to save that one.
But no, I think there's a lot of nerves also. I mean, this is huge right here.
And in for the Cougars, 32, Jasmine Britoy, and number 15, Haley Hoffman, who drives to the basket and immediately makes a contribution for the Cougars. So the Cougars have Hoffman, Worth, Conrad, Britoy, and Girding on the floor. Janae Morton, 3 up, short, and Worth snags the rebound as Osseo has getting back on defense. Quick, Conrad underneath, gorgeous pass from Girding to Conrad for the basket.
Conrad with a nice bucket there.
Osseo will slow it down. They have Malone, Morton, Katera Etheridge, Annie Shobin, and Phyllis Webb on the floor. Maddie Malone drives baseline, nice take. She's got the body from Jill Conrad, excuse me.
That'll be her second foul also.
So both teams have their key post player in foul trouble already with 2.
No doubt about that.
There's definitely some body underneath there. She got the ball up top, but some body underneath. Malone hits the first there. Wojtaszek's back in the game, replacing Katie Worth. Conrad's still in here. I don't know if Coach Amundsen is going to stick with her for a little bit. A little risky with 2 fouls.
Yeah, I think so.
Malone sinks both free throws, and now she's replaced by number 3, Brianna Jones. 8-6 here. The home team, the Centennial Cougars, leading with 12 minutes left on the clock in the first half. Tough pass for Conrad to handle on the screen and roll. Ooh. Jones almost drags the pivot foot before she finds Morton. Gorgeous pass underneath to Phyllis Webb, who converts the difficult shot.
8-8 now.
Wojtaszek probing the defense. Tries to hand it off to Girding, but Girding steps out of bounds.
Now Conrad's going to come in now.
She'll be replaced. We have number 30, Caitlin Ring, into the game for the first time for the Cougars. Centennial still in this 2-3 zone here, trying to give Osseo a little bit of trouble. So far, no perimeter scoring for either team, really. Webb got pushed a little bit.
Yeah, they let it go.
Centennial quick back the other way. Oh! Could have been a kick ball out of bounds to Osseo, but they're going to get the foul on number 20, Katera Etheridge. Centennial kind of catches a break there. It'll be Centennial's ball underneath their own basket. Paige Wojtaszek for a second has a bit of time, and she drives a gorgeous take to the basket.
Wow, that's
by
a nice shot right there.
The ball fake was key, and then she got a nice step on the defender.
Osseo was actually actually doing it so far. Wojtaszek has not had much for the three.
Phyllis Webb has had a couple nice post moves where she's been fed by Morton and quickly goes up, and she's just more athletic. She's jumping right over the top of the defenders and finishing. Some ball screen action for the Cougars. She spins on Morton. Hoffman for three, up.
Hoffman gets it. Little left hand, boom.
And Hoffman's come into the game and contributed 5 quick points. Oh, Morton, another beautiful pass underneath. That's her third, at least. Great pass underneath for an easy Osseo basket. 4 assists already for Janae Morton. Just 8 minutes into the game. Whoa, tough shot by Deja Morris. She gets it back, though. Cougars will reset with Wojtaszek at the top of the key. She crosses over Morton. Nothing doing as Morton shuts off the driving lane. Hoffman almost travels, and she did. So that's the first thing that didn't go Hoffman's way in her couple minutes of playing time.
Centennial's got 6 turnovers so far. Oh yeah, that was
definitely a travel. So Osseo's doing a good job of kind of forcing the action defensively and forcing Centennial to make some poor decisions. Katera Etheridge will dribble, find Janae Morton. Morton kind of scanning the defense, seeing if she can't find something, but defers. Like we said, 4 assists already for Morton. And Barfnick, she gets a 15-footer. Can't get it to fall, and Wojtaszek fights off a couple Osseo defenders. She holds on to the rebound, and she gets fouled. Great effort by Wojtaszek.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice there. She stood. It's like, you know, stand there, playing right there, and look at it right here.
Wojtaszek kind of grabbed it one-handed as Phyllis Webb hung on her other arm, and great board there. Great strength by Wojtaszek.
Etheridge got the foul.
She drives, gets bumped. Can't get it to drop, but Wojtaszek will be at the line for 2. Nice take there by Wojtaszek.
Yeah, that's a nice try right there.
Barfnick wasn't in great defensive position. She kind of jumped there instead of trying to take a charge, and Wojtaszek took advantage. Cash is the first one. She's got a pretty sweet stroke.
Real nice.
Gets them both.
I believe she's got 6 points on.
Those are Centennial's first 2 free throws of the game. And yeah, Wojtaszek does have 6 points here with 8:50 remaining in the game. In the first half, excuse me. Morton, 3 up, blocked by Wojtaszek. Oh! Ooh. Hey, Coach Almson's got his jacket off now. Didn't like that one.
Oh, have a look at it right here. Ooh, that's all ball.
Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely tough to take that one if you're Wojtaszek. She made a nice defensive play to get all ball. Morton will step to the line though for 3 shots, and she gets the first one. As mentioned earlier in the pregame, Janae Morton is a senior guard committed to Eastern Michigan, along with fellow Osseo teammate Phyllis Webb. Both will go to Eastern Michigan to play basketball next year. So a couple of Division I talents on this Osseo Orioles team. Centennial is a little bit anxious.
Lane violation there.
Yeah. The official said that Deja Morris had her foot on the white block, which she could not do. Morton makes a count as she hits the last free throw. The kind of small little mistakes that you hate to see as a coach that might be important in a game like this, even though it's early on. Wojtaszek, 3 up. Can't hit it. Great offensive rebound there by Caitlin Ring. Can't get it, and Phyllis Webb out-leaps a couple Centennial players for the rebound. And Port is back in the game for Osseo. She's got 2 fouls, which she got in the first 3 minutes. Port underneath, dribbles once. Oh, wow. Jeff, I didn't see a foul there.
No, I didn't see it at all. Yeah, but it was.
Katie Ring gets called for a push, I guess. There's the replay.
Wow.
You be the judge.
Coach Amundsen is a little upset.
Foul situation is 5 for Centennial, 6 for Osseo. And Centennial remains in his zone. Trying to limit the athleticism that Osseo has. Coach Amundsen told us before the game they have great athletes, and they really have to be careful to manage them defensively. And there it is. Phyllis Port pulls up, can't get it. Oh.
Nice job. Nice job. Good defense there, and wow. They're going to call. Oh, he's upset.
Coach Amundsen fuming there. They're going to call a pretty touchy foul on Caitlin Ring, and then down here once Phyllis Webb puts up the shot and kind of goes over the back, Centennial doesn't get the call going their way. So Amundsen's a little bit heated right now.
Ah, yeah. He's still John with the official.
We can see Coach Amundsen talking to his girls. He gave a little bit of a grin to one of his players, as if to say, I don't like these calls, but I've kind of got to work the officials in an important game like this too. Centennial will break the timeout here with Deja Morris and Destiny Morris, the twin juniors, as well as number 12, Jordan Coffer, number 4, Katie Worth, and number 11, Paige Wojtaszek. Osseo breaks with Maddie Malone, Janae Morton, Phyllis Webb, Belinda Barfnick, and Brianna Jones. Centennial, Morris had Wojtaszek underneath, and she didn't find her. Wojtaszek battles hard and scrapes free the offensive rebound. Morris, another pull-up attempt, again short. Great hustle there by number 12, Jordan Coffer. Wojtaszek spinning in the lane. Centennial will work the ball around a little bit here. It's kind of a hectic pace of play. They're really doing a great job of offensive rebounding as Katie Worth scoops one in on the right-handed drive.
Snuck that one in. 17-15 now. Centennial, a 2-point lead.
Centennial getting a little bit of a contribution from everybody, kind of their MO on the year, only one player. Averaging, Jill Conrad almost averaging double figures as well. There's a push for sure on Deja Morris. Trying to stop Janae Morton, the very quick guard for Osseo. We got 6 fouls both ways, so we'll be in the bonus here for the last 6.5 minutes. Oh, tough pass there by Maddie Malone. Kind of threw it without really having an opening. Good look up ahead. Deja Morris can't finish. And it'll stay here.
Wow.
The replay.
Yeah, there's a play right there.
Almost a really nice finish by Morris. Didn't quite get the bounce. JC Girding back into the game for the Cougars. Worth, oh, out of control. What do they got? We have a...
I thought it was going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, you know,
no.
I was thinking offensive or travel or something, but they call the block on Jones. Worth hits the first. She averages 6.9 points per game on the season, as we just showed. She's had a couple nice aggressive drives here on the last 2 possessions. Sinks them both.
4-point lead now by Cougars.
Really trying to contain Janae Morton on the perimeter. Centennial doesn't want her to be the one that hurts them. JC Girding with the steal. The fast break opportunity. The bounce pass. Deja Morris finishes in transition. Gorgeous pass from Girding in transition. And Centennial here with a 21-15 lead out of the timeout. They've had a little bit of life. Long 2 there put up by Courtney Calkins, who just checked into the game. She doesn't get it to go. And
that'll be the second full by Wojtaszek there.
And that could be big.
Oh, yeah.
As we mentioned, now we'll have 1-1 for Osseo, as that was the 7th Centennial team foul. Brianna Jones, the senior forward, steps to the line. Strong, great box out by both Centennial players on the low blocks, and JC Girding corralled the board. Jasmine Britoy back in the game. She replaced Wojtaszek. Katie Worth probing the defense. Can't really find much. Worth, 15-footer. Can't get it to go. Annie Shobin checked in the game recently. She's got it at the high post. Etheridge. Oh! Quick hands from Deja Morris, but she can't come up with the steal. Morton wants to call out a play. 3 up. Nailed it. Annie Shobin.
Wow.
Comes into the game and buries her first shot.
Ooh, that was nice. Wow. They needed that also because he was coming in, and Centennial had a good opportunity to really sink a few points there, and now Osseo comes in and hits a 3.
Yeah, Centennial was on a bit of a run, so that was a big 3 by Shobin, like I say, who just checked in and cut the lead in half.
Don't forget, everybody, Sports Den. With Kent and Kip and myself, Jeff Dinsmore, live Wednesdays at 6 o'clock. And replays daily at 2, 6, 10. Watch highlights on our YouTube as well. Sports Den here on North Metro TV.
That was really the first perimeter shot that either team has made. I take that back. That Osseo's made, yes. Hoffman buried a 3 when she came in. First 3 by Osseo. So we'll see if that loosens up this Centennial zone at all, if they have to respect the perimeter shot more.
Exactly. Because Wojtaszek has not having had any, they had 1, and she didn't get that one, but they still get pretty close on that one.
Mm-hmm. Worth, Girding, Sarah Groh into the game for the first time, as well as Deja Morris and Jasmine Britoy. Ooh, almost a carry there by Morris. Girding drives hard. The lefty finishes with the right hand.
Nice basket there by Centennial. That's a good basket. 23-18 now for Centennial.
Osseo has all three of their star players back on the court, and Port, Morton, and Webb, as well as Katera Etheridge and Annie Chauvin. They'll work it around. Port finds Morton. Step back three, up. Can't hit it. Tough shot by Morton. And Centennial wants to run. Both teams trying to take advantage in transition when they have opportunities. Deja Morris hacked in the act. That's a nice baseline drive.
Yeah, look at that. Driving for it right there. Nice. So she'll go to shoot two.
Hits the first.
Well, the Centennial Cougars have been 100% for the free throw, actually.
Shooting well so far. Cans another one, and she gets both. Port underneath. Looked like she might have had something if she wanted to try a post move, but she doesn't. And Osseo still trying to figure out the zone a little bit.
And it'll go after Centennial.
And Centennial's trying to make sure that Phyllis Webb doesn't hurt him too bad inside. She's had a couple nice baskets, but they're really intending to collapse when she does get the ball underneath. That's the purpose of this zone. Collapse on the driving lanes and down low and make them hit perimeter shots, which they've only hit one of so far in the first half.
Exactly. We're under 3 minutes now. Right now.
Almost a travel as Chauvin collects. Morton still scanning. She's made some really nice passes so far in this half. 4 assists already.
You're right, this is good defense for Centennial.
Morton, tough shot. She goes to the left hand and gets blocked.
I'll tell you what, this is unbelievable for Centennial.
There's the replay, and Morton was going to try to shoot an 8-foot left-handed shot. She's right-handed, so I'm not sure what the likelihood of that one going in was, but great defensive effort by Centennial.
Haley Hoffman comes in now for Katie Gorf. Look at that zone.
Really hounding. Coach Amundsen, coach in North Dakota for years, his teams were always known for their defensive pressure. And it appears that he's brought the same sort of intensity to Centennial. Morton drives again. Oh.
Ooh.
Tries to dish off, but she gets hacked while trying to do so.
So, for 1-1 here for Osseo. 7-point lead by the Cougars.
Morton hits the first, and after a couple easy baskets for Phyllis Webb in the first 10 minutes or so, you know, Centennial's really kind of put the clamps down inside.
No doubt, no doubt. Good call.
Gorgeous stroke for Morton, and she buries both of them without hitting the rim.
Now they're trying a little full court.
Yeah, Osseo goes into a trapping zone pressure. Centennial navigates easily and now will set up in the half-court offense. A deep three. Boom!
Wow.
Jasmine Britoy from downtown Minneapolis.
That was coming from Anoka.
28-20. Centennial, since Coach Amundsen took that timeout, they've really played well. Etheridge doesn't want the open three. She finds Webb inside. Turn around. Jay strong. But Port secures the offensive rebound. Katera Etheridge can't find Webb as she's double teamed by some Centennial defenders. Oh, there's a nice pass. sort of a high-low action from out on the perimeter, and Phyllis Webb really sealed the Centennial defender well.
Yeah, that was a nice basket right there. There was one that they needed right there.
Destiny Morris, 3 up, 3 down. Centennial's heating up from the perimeter.
Oh, boy. 49 seconds left. They'll hopefully try for their final shot.
Osseo really got to be careful to get a good one here. Oh, nice pass by Morton. Finds Io Port for the layup underneath.
Well, Centennial will try for 2 here.
Yeah, left shot. Morton picks it up. She's got Webb. Beautiful bounce pass underneath. Morton's finding everybody here for Osseo. She's really got the offense under her control here. 31-26, a couple big baskets for Osseo to get this lead down to 5. Girding, finds Britoy, 3, misses short. Fight for it underneath. Morton comes up with it. She'll heave from half court.
Oh, boy.
What a last minute there.
Oh, boy. It should have been 9 point, but now it's only a 5-point lead of the Cougars. And Osseo are just going at it now, finally. Our score, Centennial 31, Osseo 26 here on North Metro TV. Rosie will be right back right here on North Metro TV. Stick around.
Known for its vineyards and hilltop villages, Umbria is also known for its delicious tasting pizza. Made traditionally from the finest ingredients, Umbria Pizzeria will make you taste the difference, smell the love, and transport you to Italy.
La cena è pronta. Dinner's ready.
You might even begin to feel like an Italian.
Delicioso.
Umbria Pizzeria, turning taste into memories.
If you need seamless gutters, whether the job is large or small, you can say,
I know a guy.
For your full service landscaping, you can say,
I know a guy.
if you need commercial or residential lawn care, you can say,
I know a guy. I'm Charlie Walker, and if you need professional seamless gutters, landscaping, and lawn care, you can say, I know a guy.
Courtside with Destiny Morris making that last three-pointer. Do you think your team got fired up by that?
Yes, I think so. We get fired up by every shot because it's just one more shot closer to winning the game.
So far, what has been the biggest challenge for your team?
Defensively, it's just been rebounding because we're playing mostly zone right now, so that's probably our biggest challenge.
Well, seeing that you're both in foul trouble, are you worried about fouls? Is that going to be a determining factor?
I hope not. We just need to play smart and use our hands and use our feet and not our hands.
What are you going to have to do to take a victory tonight?
We're just going to have to really be aggressive on offense and aggressive on defense, just both sides.
All right, thank you, Destiny. Back to you, Casey, for some highlights.
And here's a highlight of Destiny Morris burying that one with about a minute and a half left in the first half. Second three in a row there for Centennial after Jasmine Britoy had hit one as well.
Yeah, that was big, big, big. But we're going to go back to Rosie. No, I thought we were going to go back forward. It's halftime. It's highlights. Paige Wojtaszek. She can do it all. There's a shot. No, right there.
She didn't score at all from the perimeter, but she still, I believe, had 6 points or so. She did a good job of finding her way inside and even getting to the foul line once.
No doubt. You know, the thing of it is that they're stopping from her on the three-pointer.
Deja Morris. You know, she's done a good job of getting inside for just being a small guard. She's done a really good job of penetrating the defense and finding ways to get some baskets underneath. A couple tough finishes.
And Phyllis Webb. Nice pass right there. Gets the bucket.
One of many great passes from Morton, but you can see in these highlights that Phyllis Webb has the ability to just jump over defenders that are planted on the ground, and she gets good looks for herself.
Nice.
The little no-look dish from Morton.
there we have the summary. 31-26 rebounds, 12 for 7 assists, 8 for Osseo, 4 for Centennial. Turnovers right there, 7 for Centennial, 5 for Osseo. So it's 31-26, 5 point. But it's anybody right now, no doubt about it.
Yeah, and I think a key to Centennial kind of getting this lead, 5 points here at the half was they had 6 turnovers in the first, 8 minutes or so of the game. And since then, they've only had 1, so they're really starting to take control, take care of the ball better, get better shots, and we're able to take a lead here.
Yeah, I think, the thing of it is that you both, the defense has been unreal, and you gotta get it, because now it's 1 half to go. They want the conference, and it's right there. So we're going to be back right after this here on North Metro TV. The Centennial Cougars lead 31-26.
In the nation, our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.
In Anoka County, contact Twin Cities Insurance Group, your nationwide insurance agent.
With gold at all-time high, take that rope and say bye-bye. Earrings, bracelets, rings, and chains. We buy gold at your exchange. Don't send your gold to someone strange. We buy gold at your exchange. Spring Lake Park, Frilly Blade. We buy gold at your exchange.
My name is Fran Sorensen. I am an artist. I am an educator, and I have been educating students for 25 years. I am also a collector. I collect salt and pepper shakers. I collect postcards. I collect rocks. And I write on the bottom of all my rocks telling where they're from and who they're from. I love square dancing. I make my own TV shows free at North Metro TV, and I love it.
Get started by signing up for free TV production classes at 763-231-2803 or eric@northmetrotv.com.
Well, everybody's excited now. Cougars are coming onto the floor.
See the fans making a tunnel for the kids on parent night. The last, probably, I guess I'm not familiar if they'll have a game here in the playoffs. I wouldn't assume so. So surprised they will?
I'm assuming, they will.
Okay, so just the last regular season game.
The quarterfinal game will be here. So Thursday the 21st. There's Osseo coming in, right? Janae Morton.
8 assists already in the first half. That's what really stands out. She's made a number of passes where she's really threaded the needle and kind of made something out of nothing for Osseo, which is big because, she's really driven the offense. Nobody else has really kind of been able to do anything on their own. She's got 8 assists, which has led to 16 points, and then she's got 4 points. So she's got 20 of the 26 she's had a hand in. Centennial have it first. Waitashic, Deja and Destiny Morris, Katie Worth, as well as Jill Conrad. Osseo, Barfnick, Maddie Malone, Io Port, Phyllis Webb, and Janae Morton. Jill Conrad scoops up the offensive rebound and puts it in.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a good offensive rebound.
It was a tough shot by Waitashic, but she got bailed out by her teammate there. Osseo really trying to find Port inside.
Centennial's going to stick with the...
Another one. That's probably, I don't know, I don't want to, venture to guess how many times it's happened, but that pass has been available a lot for Morton. She's found her post, sealing inside, And they've done a good job to get position to make that pass available. We're going to have a moving screen on Paige Watashik.
Yeah.
That's her third foul, so we got 17 minutes left in the game, and she's got 3.
Yeah, that's not good. Here we have the...
She's getting kind of held by her defender.
Yeah, exactly.
Tough to call that one. You know, I'm not a huge fan of the illegal screen in that situation. I'm sure Coach Amundsen isn't either. Oh. Now Deja Morris gets called with a close foul that didn't go her way.
I think that's her second foul.
Osseo has it underneath. Io Port, nice spin move, can't get it to drop. It's gonna stay here, or excuse me, it's gonna go to Centennial. The replay there, I'm gonna say it's off Phyllis Webb. Coach Amundsen doesn't have anybody ready to check in for Watashik, so he'll trust her here with 3 fouls and 16 and a half left. But she can't get a tough one inside to drop. Conrad, and 1.
Yes.
The foul and the freebie for Jill Conrad as she, for the second time early in the half, corrals a Watashik miss and finishes from in close.
That's the second time for offensive rebound for the Cougars. Scored on both of them.
Centennial missed her presence a little bit in the first half. She had 2 quick fouls. And the lead's back up to 8 for Centennial, who had a 9-point lead with about a minute left in the first half. Back up to 8 for them. Shobin up. No. Great offensive rebound by Morton, but she has to throw it away while trying to save the ball. Conrad, oh! We're gonna have a foul, I believe.
Ouch. This is tough right here.
See the replay. Conrad spills hard to the floor on her shoulder. She tried to go up for that pass and got bumped by Webb. Watashik, 3. Short. Good closeout by Barfnecht. And Osseo in there. Rush to get back up the court, turns the ball over quick, and Coach Reeser doesn't like what he's seen in the early stages here.
No. 36-28, 8-point lead. The Cougars. Oh yeah, that hurts. You have a look at
Actually,
Conrad. That hurt.
Yeah. Coach Amundsen is he took a minute to talk to the refs here in this timeout. Let the assistant coach kind of take charge of the huddle. But Conrad, how about her start to the second half?
Yeah, that's unreal because she was quiet, had a couple of fouls, but she's shined in now. And you know what? The Cougars are still 100% on the free throws. They have not missed a few. Here we have a look at this play right here. Watch Conrad, right?
Check it out again, and she
boy. Ouch.
fails into the backstop underneath the hoop. Luckily, she's okay, and she stays in the game. The same 5 out there for Centennial. Deja Morris can't get it to go. Phyllis Webb underneath. Finishes. Watashik had to be careful there. She couldn't get too aggressive. She has the 3 fouls.
Exactly.
And 10 dimes for Morton as we then go the other way as Destiny Morris kind of had the ISO on the right side of the court, and she drove past Annie Shobin and got bumped to head to the line. It was a nice, strong drive there by Destiny Morris.
Destiny Morris will. No, there's the first time. Yeah, shoot. See? I jinxed him.
Io Port back into the game for Osseo, replacing Annie Shobin. So the original starting 5 is on the floor for Osseo, as well as Centennial. Morris hits on the second, and we got a 7-point Centennial lead. Phyllis Webb finds Io Port, a nice pass. Oh, and then Belinda Barfnecht gets it blocked by Jill Conrad.
Yeah.
Good collapsing defense by Centennial.
Watch it, right? Oh, yeah.
See it again as the 5'11 Conrad. Didn't let that happen.
Uh-oh.
Nearly turned over.
Yep.
Malone kind of gives a shot. And a very close call again. There's been a number of close calls that, could have maybe been a no call, but the officials are calling it pretty tight. And that one was on Deja Morris. So she has 3 fouls. Janae Morton pulls up, misses short. Hasn't had a lot of shot attempts, especially as of late. Couldn't connect on that one either. Worth, great steal by Conrad, and she finishes. Really used her body well to seal, and Worth made a great post-entry pass.
Conrad's starting to come on now. I think she had 2 points in the first half.
Yep. Phyllis Webb, 3, can't hit. Osseo still struggling from the perimeter, only 1 shot made from out there. Wojtaszek's got to get rid of it. She had it too deep in the post and had nowhere to go. Wojtaszek off the screen, 3, up, in and out. Conrad again with the offensive board though. She's been everywhere inside.
Possession will go to Osseo, but Conrad has 9 points.
She's really been a dominant force in the second half in the paint on both ends of the court, as you see her there fight hard for the rebound. And in for Osseo is Ariana Jones, as well as Brianna Jones. And Centennial's got Jasmine Britoy into the game, as well as JC Girding. So a couple substitutions for both teams as they hound Morton on the perimeter. Jones to Jones. Webb can't handle it. Just 4 points in the second half for Osseo to this point in the first 4.5 minutes. Centennial with 8 to extend their lead.
That is the largest lead so far for Centennial. They had 8.
Janae Morton comes up with the steal, and she blows past the Centennial. Breaks away, I should say, from the Centennial defenders.
Now 7.
Finishes with the left hand. Now Osseo's going to implement the full court press. Watch for a trap. There it is. Ariana Jones gets a piece, and then Morton steps in front, left hand. Finish! The hoop and the half for Janae Morton. 4 quick points for her.
That is sweet right there.
Girding wasn't expecting that double team, I don't think. So she got rid of it in a hurry, and Janae Morton took advantage.
She's trying for 3. It's Coach Amundsen.
Wow, in a matter of about 5 seconds there, their lead went from 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Could be 4 if Morton hits here. Can't get it, Port. Can't, but Ariana Jones tracks it down. That could be a foul. Oh! The jump ball.
Yeah, rebound, or the possession will come on for the Cougars.
Centennial's way, and Osseo's going to see if they can't force another turnover.
Yeah, that time.
Still in this trapping pressure defense, and they do turn it over again. Now we got to push. Morton knocked it away, and then she got fouled from behind by Destiny Morris.
Osseo was with the full forward, now he's going to call timeout.
Coach Amundsen really needs to collect his team here because, if they're not careful, their lead could evaporate in a matter of minutes.
No doubt.
Janae Morton, and I can't say enough about how well she's just really played it overall. She's played strong defense with coming up with steals. She's got 8 points offensively, 10 assists. That's a ton with 12 and a half minutes left.
Let's see if we can hear Coach Amundsen.
Screen out. Flash. Come get the ball. Get up. It's man-to-man press. Get the ball up the floor. We've done this every day for 3 months, okay? You jump in all passes. Jason, you take the ball out of bounds. Once you get a pound pass, move the ball.
So he said, you know what? We've been doing it for 3 months.
Well, I gotta disagree just a tad there with Coach Amundsen, though. He's saying it's just a man-to-man pressure, but any opportunity that they get, Osseo's trying to jump and trap, so they need to be very careful. He didn't really address that in his little timeout talk there.
Exactly.
Phyllis Webb underneath, Belinda Barfnick. Looked like they might have something. Webb tried to do something with it before she had it. Slips right through her fingertips.
Here they come now again for the full.
I gotta think Coach Amundsen would have wanted to address the fact that they gotta come to the ball, find passing angles, because you can't abandon a person when they're getting double teamed like that in the backcourt.
Absolutely. Moonset come in now for the Cougars.
Yeah, so Coach Amundsen put Glinzik into the game to get another guard, but Port with a beautiful high-low pass to Phyllis Webb. We got a 3-point game just a minute after it was 9. Glinzik picks up her dribble. Conrad tiptoes the sideline. Centennial's having all sorts of problems right now. They try to settle it down. Osseo's just in man-to-man here in the half court. Conrad, great post up. She gets half and gets it to go.
Conrad's got 11 points now. Watch this. Watch this right here. Oh.
That's a tough finish, too. Contorted her body and got it to go. Strong finish. And Coach Reeser told us before the game that one of the weaknesses of his team is that they're not very tall. They don't have a lot of size inside, and Conrad in the second half has taken advantage of it. 9 points already in the second half. Free throw spins out, though. Osseo's trying to push it back the other way. Good steal there by Glinzik. Centennial won't run, but Osseo set up in the trap again. Oh.
Uh-oh.
No foul call.
No.
Let's watch the replay. Oh. Yeah. That's one of those, when you got two very competitive, good teams like this, there's going to be a lot of close calls because they're going to play very aggressively.
Now Osseo getting a little sloppy there.
That's one of the first times Morton hasn't hit on that pass, which she's making it look a lot easier than it is most times, but overshot that one. (41-36). Centennial with a lot of guards on the floor, a lot of ball handlers. They have Wojtaszek basically playing the 4 position. Conrad inside again. And again she gets it. They've really found something to go with in the second half.
Wow. 7-point now.
11 second half points for Jill Conrad. Centennial will remain in this zone here. Today Morton gets the pass deep, tries to put up a tough shot, doesn't get bailed out with the foul of Port. She goes up with Toxic, doesn't foul her. And Destiny Morris with the steal. Oh! Wow. Could have gotten coast to coast, but she's unselfish and gives it to Wojtaszek to finish it off. Morton, 3, buries it. Huge answer for Osseo.
Boy.
They needed that bad. The lead had got back up to 9. Deja Morton, hesitation. Or Deja Morris, I should say. And then Morton swats her from the weak side. Could have easily been a travel on Morton there. They call the foul. You can see Morton come with the weak side help. All ball. Webb wide open. Oh, can't get it to go. Gets it back. Now we got to travel.
Yeah.
Say it does get tough to officiate when both teams are so aggressive. So we got to remember that too. Wojtaszek trying to find somebody. Morris bumps Morton, knocks it to Phyllis Webb. Finishes. Oh, can't finish high. Maddie Malone, weak side board. Call a jump ball there. That was a pretty quick whistle.
Checking in the numbers number 4, Katie Worth, along with number 33.
Watch here as Phyllis Webb tried to go coast to coast, and Wojtaszek did a good job of not committing her 4th foul.
Yeah, that will be number 4. And that was Deja Morris, yep.
Deja Morris has 4. As Jasmine Britoy checks into the game, as well as Sarah Groh. Phyllis Webb can't get it to go. Sarah Groh, who just checked in, great rebound, but Maddie Malone picks off the pass and gets hacked by Katie Worth, but she tried to steal it away from Maddie Malone. Jill Conrad also getting a break right now. It's well deserved too, Jeff.
No
Having
doubt.
a monster second half.
Katie Worth will have 3 fouls.
Malone gets it to fall. But we got a lane violation on I.O. Port. And also of note, Osseo will be in the bonus for the remainder of the game with 9:16 left. Centennial already has 17 fouls to just 4 for Osseo.
They come for the trap once again. There
Morton
it is again.
Picks it off, gets it to go. Centennial's got to be careful here how they attack the press. Good job there by Glinzik. But now she's got Worth in the corner, and it's stolen by I.O. Port. Osseo really forcing the tempo up. Morton drives, gets fouled, and she switches to the left hand.
Wow.
And as Osseo tries to chip away, there's the replay. Oh, definitely got hit on the hand by Sarah Groh. As Osseo tries to get back in this game, they really are continuing to force the tempo to more of an up-tempo game and forcing Centennial to make some bad decisions. Short break for Conrad.
Phyllis Webb has 15 points, 5 rebounds.
Impressive numbers for her as well.
Two-point lead now.
Gets the roll, and the 9-point lead evaporated for Centennial, and Osseo has it down to 2. Destiny Morris all the way to the basket. Can't get it to go. Phyllis Webb with her 6th rebound, and she wants to push it. Nowhere to go. Stops. Io Port. Oh.
Travel.
That's a difficult situation to drop it off to your forward/center, because she's not familiar with running at full speed and catching the ball in the paint with a defender in her way. It's asking for a turnover.
Yeah. 8:20 left.
Ooh. Centennial kind of the last couple possessions putting it in the hands of Paige Wojtaszek. Maddie Malone called for the push as she's trying to fight around the Haley Hoffman screen.
Over the ball, 11, Maddie Malone, her first since fifth.
Wojtaszek off her back foot. Gets the tough one to go. Wanted the bump there as well, but didn't get the call. Phyllis Webb, good position inside. She tries to shoot, but it's knocked away by Destiny Morris. Haley Hoffman, the junior guard, is back in the game. Jasmine Britoy, also a junior guard. She's back in, gets bumped. As she was probing the defense there, trying to find something for Centennial. She gets fouled.
Maddie Malone will be fouled.
6 team fouls for Osseo, so Centennial will also be in the bonus for the remainder of the game. The last 7:28. Wojtaszek, 3 up. 3 down.
Oh, baby.
Cash is in.
Now it's a 7-pointer.
Morton comes right back.
No!
With the answer.
Now it's 4.
Like the old Michael Jordan, Larry Bird commercials. Anything you can do, I can do better.
That is sweet right there, but you know what?
30-second timeout.
Back come right to him. Very nice pass. Morton right there, unreal. Wow.
Morton with no hesitation. She was by no means wide open either.
Oh, boy, that's good. That's unreal.
We're being treated to a pretty good game, Jeff.
Hi, yes, definitely. Both these teams are, wow.
Attack the basket, remember, ball fake.
Listen into both huddles. The timeout, I believe, was called by Coach Reeser in the Orioles. Probably wanted to set up there. Janae Morton, look at that stat line.
A double-double right there.
Already a double-double. 3 steals from a triple-double, the unconventional way. She's probably got a lot of rebounds, too.
Yeah.
We don't have enough space on there for all of her stats. She's really a number cruncher. 2 boards. Ways to go there still. Jasmine Britoy. Nope, that gets deflected by Port. But Jill Conrad's there. Of course she is. But can't save it to a teammate. Janae Morton navigating the defense. Gorgeous pass to Io Port. Crossed over right to left. No look underneath to Port. Janae Morton is a really fun player to watch. And a block. Now she's going the other way. Wojtaszek gambles on the steal. Morton, almost a push-off.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hoffman on the foul there. Look at this right here.
Great hustle by Destiny Morris. They got to be, that was a little bit of a touch foul call. Morton 16, 11, and 7, trying to add to the point total. Gets the first one to drop, and Centennial needs to be careful. A couple times in the last few possessions, Waitasek has kind of just reached as Morton's gone past her. They need to keep her contained, keep her in front of them. Waitasek gets the board. Doesn't quite want to push. Now she picks up her dribble. Conrad's got it out on the perimeter. All the way to the bucket. Whoa. Janae Morton to Phyllis Webb. Phyllis Webb up. 2 more. And Osseo takes their first lead since the early stages of the first half. Destiny Morris bumped.
Well, it was 9-point lead by the Cougars, and now the Osseo Orioles.
Janae Morton, extremely unselfish. Great vision, 12 assists with 6:03 remaining. And Destiny Morris cannot get the free throw to go, so she can't get Centennial knotted back up with Osseo. Phyllis Webb looking for somebody. Osseo stormed all the way back, as Jeff said. It was a 9-point Centennial lead with around 10 minutes to go, and they've taken the lead. Now Morton gets bumped. Can't get it to go, but she tracks down the rebound. Maddie Malone, the long 2.
Now they're going to get a foul.
Hold here.
Jones. That's her third.
8 team fouls on Osseo, 9 on Centennial, so we're close to the double bonus for both teams. Got some confusion. The refs are going to discuss it. Looks like Osseo maybe for a second had 6 players on the floor, and since it is the 1-and-1, that may be a technical foul.
It could be.
No.
No?
The refs are gonna, I think the refs are gonna take the blame on that one for letting a player in, maybe when they weren't supposed to be let in, so. Kind of a fluky play there. Doesn't have much of a, shouldn't have much of a direct impact. Britoy goes to the line. Great form, sinks the free throw.
Tie game now.
And we're gonna have a very tight 5.5 minutes. 51-51. Britoy sinks them both, a junior guard. Some nice contributions from her off the bench. Centennial has been in this zone the whole game. Still trying to contain the three-headed monster that is Port, Webb, and Morton. They've done a good job on Port, but not the other two. Morton underneath. Misses, but gets her own rebound. All over the court. Hands down, more athletic than anybody Centennial has.
That'll be Conrad's third foul. Both the teams are in bonus.
She's missed her last 2 free throws now, which is very fortunate for Centennial.
5 minutes even left in the game. We're tied 52-52.
Centennial doesn't have Paige Waitasek in the game right now. Katie Worth checked back in. Britoy. Another tough call there. That one's on Osseo, though, so Centennial will be happy. Fouls have remained close, 10-9. So they're calling it both ways.
Yeah.
Paige Wojtaszek checks back into the game. Katie Worth will have an opportunity at the 1-and-1 to get the lead back for Centennial. She can't hit it, but she gets the rebound. Doesn't want to finish, she's in too deep. Paige Wojtaszek, 15-footer. Shooter's, oh no, I was gonna say shooter's touch, but she can't get it to fall. As Osseo has a chance now to take the lead. Their offense has been almost, predominantly Webb and Morton. Webb, Pork underneath, and she's fouled, and Morton gets her 13th assist of the game. Pork's been a little bit quiet, but she did a nice job to finish with contact underneath there. Oof.
Hey.
Not much contact.
Yeah, really.
That's the 4th on Jill Conrad, and now
they got it again.
We're going to call a lane violation. The second lane violation, no, actually the 3rd lane violation of this game. I can't tell you the last time I saw one. 3 in this game. We're seeing all sorts of things here tonight. Deja Morris is able to navigate through the traffic, settle Centennial down a little bit here. Katie Worth, a nice drive, scoops it in. A nice drive by her. She's had a couple of those this game. The junior guard for Centennial. Maddie Malone had a shot for a second, didn't take it. Osseo will continue to work it around. Port, good defense inside, but she finishes over the top of Paige Wojtaszek.
Wow,
a tough finish.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
She was double teamed in the post and still managed to get it up and in. (56-54), Paige Wojtaszek, 3 from the corner, can't get it. Almost fouls Phyllis Webb, off to the races. She gets fouled and 1.
Wow.
Dynamic play coast to coast. Webb got the rebound and got the hoop in the half. That was a phenomenal finish as she had Worth draped all over her off arm. And she gets the free throw. So just like that, Osseo now with the 5-point lead with 3 minutes remaining. Centennial in desperate need of a spark. Jill Conrad, Destiny Morris, top of the key, lines it up. Can't knock it down.
Now Osseo's going to slow it down a little bit.
Really doing a good job defensively the last few possessions. Reach and foul on Wojtaszek. I don't know why she was so aggressive with 2.5 minutes left. That's going to be her 4th foul. She was almost giving up the foul.
Yeah, exactly. It's 2.5 minutes left. You don't really need it right now. I mean, wow.
Definitely on Malone's off arm. Malone sinks it. Osseo really on an impressive spurt here. Take a 60-54 lead. That one's good as well, 7-point lead. And Destiny Morris has been subbed out for J.C. Girding. Osseo stayed with pretty much the same lineup the whole half. Girding finds Conrad underneath, lefty shot up and in. Amundsen quick timeout for Centennial.
5-point lead for Osseo. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left in the game. Or maybe.
Yeah. Jill Conrad's really been the workhorse offensively for Centennial in the second half. Here you can see her really pretty post move as she finished with the left hand over Port.
Yes.
Jeff, do you expect Osseo to... Oh, we'll listen to Coach Amundsen.
Yeah, this is... Wow.
I was going to ask Jeff, do you expect Osseo to slow it down at all or kind of stick with what's been working for him?
And just keep doing what you're doing. Sports Den coming up. Live on Wednesdays at 6 o'clock. Replays at 2, 6, 10, or p.m. Watch highlights on our YouTube channel. Sports Den.
Ariana Jones has checked into the game for Osseo. Oh, knocked away, but can't get the steal. Webb to Port, it's through her legs and out of bounds. Exactly what Centennial needed there. They went into more of a pressure defense, trying to trap a little bit, force the issue, and they got Phyllis Webb to make a poor pass to Io Port. Centennial needs a bucket under 2 minutes, down 5. Paige Watashik in the corner, 3 up!
No.
Misses short, Conrad fighting for it. The ball's loose on the ground. Morton comes up with it, finds Io Port. And Ariana Jones is wide open underneath for the layup with 1:37 left, and it's another 7-point game. Watashik underneath, she gets bumped. No foul call, but she does finish. It's going to be a bit of a helter-skelter last minute and a half. You can feel it. The pace is definitely picking up here. And Osseo wants to slow it down. I would think they want it in the hands of Janae Morton. She got it. She's got it, excuse me. And it's blocked. She had the shot. She got blocked. Conrad got the board, and Port fouled her. It's the 4th foul on Port. 2 big free throws now.
Could be a 3-point. Osseo. 4 now.
Calm, cool, and collected. Conrad cans the first shot. 4-point game. A little over a minute left. Conrad's 14 points in the second half. 15 in the second half. 3-point game, 1 possession. Osseo lead. They've got the ball, and Centennial's trying to put on the pressure.
Under a minute.
They'll give the foul, and Morton will head to the line. She's missed a couple.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Morton is...
Sinks the first one. Jasmine Britoy replaces JC Girding. Centennial. And you see Janae Morton has 19 points and an amazing 13 assists. She's got 20 now. She's 2 over her season average of 18.
Now they're going to call timeout for Osseo. 65-60.
Ball time on charge to Oriole.
See the Cougars.
We'll try to listen into Coach Amundsen's huddle.
Okay, now.
A little bit challenging.
We'll have a look at the standings here. It's, you know, you want to know what's going on with it, and here it is right there. The Centennial Cougars are on top 16-3, and Osseo to 4 or 15, for 4.
So we.
Yeah, the thing of it is Osseo's could have a share of the conference, and Osseo technically would have beaten Centennial. So
twice, yeah.
Yeah.
Centennial's hoping to pull out a little bit of a mini miracle here, down by 5 with under a minute left. They're unbeaten at home on the season, as you mentioned, Jeff. If they were to win this game, they'd be outright Northwest Suburban Conference champions. They get a little bit of revenge on Osseo for beating them last year and ending their season.
Yeah.
But they've got some work to do.
Well, they'll definitely have a game coming up for the playoffs. But I think they'd like to have the number 1 team. 1C, actually.
Wojtaszek's getting held as she tries to come through a bit of a picket fence. She steps back for 3, shoots it. Oh! Almost got it to go. Port's wide open. She'll try to finish. Oh, that's going to be a flagrant, I would think. Maybe not. We'll see. It was a pretty rough push there by Wojtaszek as Port finished.
That'll be her 5th.
I'm sure she, didn't mean anything too hard on it, but too intentional. But I think she was trying to prevent the easy layup is, what she was going for. But unfortunately, Port was already in the act. And they will call the unintentional foul, which is probably a reasonable call when you just two-hand shove somebody in the back. Again, I'm sure no ill intent whatsoever, just trying to prevent an easy basket, but we'll see the highlight here, and yeah, Wojtaszek. That's a vulnerable position for an offensive player to be up in the air like that and get pushed from behind. You have to be sure to protect your players.
Right, yeah.
So Port made the shot. She'll be at the line. Gets that one. I think they'll have 3 free throws since the and one and she makes both of those. And it's their ball. I guess it's just an automatic 2 on the intentional, but Osseo's got the lead now to 9, 69-60. They're just going to try to run out the clock. Centennial, they'll give a foul here.
Yes, those kids.
A little student section jawing back and forth. Ariana Jones steps to the line and calmly sinks it. Although the score now is 10 points, it's not really indicative of how close this game has really been for the most part throughout. Centennial was trying to force the issue and maybe get a quick one back their way, but they get it knocked out of bounds, and I'm not so sure they'll foul here. They might just be content to... No, not content. So Osseo comes into Centennial High School, and if the last 21 seconds hold true, which I'm sure they will with an 11-point lead, Osseo will have defeated Centennial twice on the year, gained a share of the conference title, and defeated Centennial for the first time on Centennial's home court. Or it'll be Centennial's first loss at home on the season. As Malone connects. So, as both coaches alluded to, whenever these two meet, it's always an interesting matchup.
Yeah, it definitely.
Malone sinks a pair, and I'm sure Osseo will play pretty relaxed defense here. Janae Morton doesn't really know what that is, though, and Deja Morris hits. Centennial still fouling. I'm not sure. Coach Amundsen's looking at Haley Hoffman saying, you know, we didn't want to give that one. This game is well in hand with 9 seconds left. Janae Morton trying to maybe add a point to her amazing stat line tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's really been the key player for Osseo on all ends of the court. You know, offensively, she's done a tremendous job of distributing the ball, and defensively, she's had a number of key steals, blocks. She's done a good job rebounding. She's been everywhere for Osseo. Bertoy can't get the long one to go. Janae Morton tracks down another rebound. And that's all, Jeff. 74-62. Osseo knocks off the Centennial Cougars. And now both teams 16-4 in the conference.
Yep, both of them are both 74-62. As Osseo beats the Centennial Cougars.
Sure not the way the Centennial girls wanted to play their last home regular season game.
Well, that's the final tally here on North Metro TV.
And it was pretty much as we expected for the Orioles. They were headed up by their main 3 players, Webb, Port, and Morton, with some highlights in the second half. And the key really for Centennial to staying in that second half was Jill Conrad.
No doubt, no doubt.
I believe she had 14 or so points in that second half. And she really did a great job of offensive rebounding. She controlled the paint defensively, sealed well, and made herself available. But really, the MVP of the game is Janae Morton. There's really no denying that. The Eastern Michigan recruit, the senior guard, was everywhere. I think one of the biggest plays that Janae Morton made after Paige Latashik had hit a 3-pointer to make it a 7-point lead. Janae Morton hit that one right there to get it back to a 4-point game. It could have, with a stop for Centennial, they could have maybe ballooned the lead, but Morton hit that big 3, and we have the stats here, game stats.
Yeah, 74-62 on the Osseo Orioles. Rebounds, pretty even, 22 and 20. Assists right there, that is huge. Osseo was 16-9 for Centennial. And player of the game, Janae Morton.
Not much surprise there.
Yeah.
Phenomenal game. I think one of the other keys too, based on those stats, are the 12 second half turnovers for Centennial. Osseo's zone gave them a lot of trouble, and particularly Janae Morton. A couple big steals. She had a couple spurts where she made a few quick baskets and kept Osseo in it, and ultimately they were able to overtake Centennial, who led for the majority of the game.
Yeah. Well, that's going to do it here at Centennial High School. The Cougars, the Osseo Orioles win by a score of 74-62. Both of the teams are co-conference. So for Casey Johnson, I'm Jeff Dinsmore. On everybody, thanks for watching here on North Metro TV. God bless. Have a good evening.